Okay, so I'm genuinely feeling good. Um, so what I've been learning recently, hello, by the way, I might share this, which is why I'm saying hello, because I often make these videos for myself to record. It's faster than writing, and yeah, sometimes I think we underestimate the powerful tool that video recording is. You get to read your body language, you get to hear your thoughts, hear your feelings as well, depending on where you're speaking from. So, I've been learning recently that I have a habit of making people's opinion more important than my own happiness, making people's opinion of myself more important than my own happiness, and thus responding to people in a way that caters to their opinion of me rather than my genuine happiness. And this stems from um, lots of things, but mostly childhood and growing up in a world that feels less than welcoming of my genuine true self, and so then creating these aspects of self that are welcome, right? You shouldn't cry, you shouldn't be angry, you shouldn't do that or this, and all this judgment that creates what we perceive as a refined, educated, well mannered person, but that is highly conflicted and in internal pain, just not allowed to show it. And so there's this presentation of the good self. Um, so I'm gaining these awarenesses from studying Teal Swan, which builds on what I'm learning from Theta Healing. I feel like Theta Healing is very good if you're very good with um, your psychic senses and intuitive abilities. What I feel, I don't know if I would call it, yeah, I would call it psychic senses. It's like when you can see beyond, not just see, but also feel, intuit, and you're very strong with your intuition. Um, and I feel where it comes a little bit short for me is with like the specifics, which is where metaphysical anatomy comes in and bridged my um, entrance into the teachings of Teal Swan, which is super specific and um, beautiful if you're ready and willing to make moves, to change, to move in the direction of where you want to go and who you want to be. And so today what happened is my little sister and I walked to the mailbox to collect these packages that are these lip balms, which I'm sharing about on my Instagram, and I think I'll also share it on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure about that. If you'd like to see that, then let me know, because I've already started recording. I just have to wait for them to warm up before I actually start trying them, because it's cold outside. So we go to the mailbox and the sun is shining today, and I wanted to stand in the sun. So I told my little sister, I'm just going to stand here a little bit. It felt good. And then I heard children, and I was like, oh, yesterday was the first day she actually got to play with some children in this new neighborhood that we've moved to, and I'm so excited about it. And so I heard children. I was like, what if that's them? So I was like, let's go and see. So we walk, and then we find and see that there's some children there playing. And then we walk back again because we weren't wearing clothes to play, and I was not ready to play. I hadn't eaten breakfast yet, and I had my own stuff I wanted to do, which is quite a conundrum. Do I give my sister the attention I feel like she needs and I want to give her, or do I give myself the attention that I need right now? But I'm like conflicted because I feel like I should putting my attention to her. She's a child, she's innocent, she's in the world. I want to give her the best of me, and it's like, but how can I give her the best of me if I'm not good? See the conflict? Okay. So then, as we move back home again, two of the girls that she met yesterday are outside playing, and they're like, "Hey, get out your sled. Let's play. Let's have fun." And Andreas and my little sister is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get my clothes right, and then I'm gonna get my sled, and I'll come meet you guys." And my little sister is 5, by the way. And their father of the girls is like, "Okay, so are you guys gonna come back, or should I go with you?" and I say, no, we'll come back. But in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't want to come back. I have my own things I want to do. But I also feel like I would love for my little sister to come out and play. So I say we'll come back, knowing that I have no plans of coming back, and feeling conflicted of, do I say what I'm actually feeling, or do I say what I feel like he wants to hear or should hear or needs to hear? But I say that we will come back. You guys just go, and then we'll come to you. So we come back home, and I say, and the father of my little sister says, are you guys going out again? And I say, I'm not. I'm going to stay home. And my little sister's saying, I'm going. And he's like, okay, should I go with you? Relief, right? And then my little sister's like, no, I'm going to go on my own. And then a little bit anxious again, because I feel like I promised the man that she was coming back with another adult, and how is he gonna feel if she comes alone, and is he gonna be okay with it, and what's he gonna think about me, because I said that we're coming back, and like these conflicts again, and it's like, girl, it's all right, you know. And it's so funny because I've never seen myself as an anxious person, and just now when I heard myself, it's like, that sounds kind of anxious, you know. So I ended up letting her go. Her father also let her go. She went on her own, and I felt like it was good. And then there's another scenario. So I'm going to come back to that, because what happened in between was that I was going to meet my cousin today. And then she sent me a message that because of the restrictions here in Norway, we can't meet, basically, or that she doesn't feel good meeting because of the restrictions. And then I'm like, okay, so what I'm learning is to really have a relationship with someone, to connect with someone, means that you have your truth, they have their truth, and you guys meet in a way that is loving to both of yours truth. And if you can't do that, then you're not compatible. So part of me gets angry and frustrated with what's going on in the world, and this sense of powerlessness, and I don't want to conform, I want to rebel, I want to do whatever I want to do regardless of what the world says, because I'm sick and tired of not feeling like the world is here for me. I am here is now, let's do it, world. You know what I mean? And it's not like the natural world is against us, it feels like the world that we've created for ourselves goes against us. So then I call her up, and I feel like I just want to hear her out. I want to hear where she's coming from, what she's feeling. And again, this is what I'm learning from the teachings of Teal Swan, to come from a perspective of learning, to hear where someone is coming from, and that's to love, like to, okay, can I hold space for the truth of this being? And even internally within yourself as well, which is what I was able to do to then see that I have a part of me that cares more about other people's opinion than about me, than my own happiness. To see that with love, right? To then be open to, okay, let's see if we can change some things, because is that genuinely good for me or not? So we have a conversation, and it's so good. When I mean it's so good, because I feel like I can be honest, and I feel so relaxed, and like it's still challenging because it's so different from what I've done before, which is like, okay, how can I say something? It's like trying to figure out what to say to best please the other person, leaving my own stuff behind, which is part of what is called enmeshment trauma. And so now to like be aware of that, okay, and then moving in a way that creates the shift that I want to see, and with baby steps, like I have all my life to feel better and to genuinely be better, you know, to be true is my whole focus, to feel true, be true. So yeah, we have a brilliant conversation where she's sharing her truth, I'm sharing my truth, and I'm not holding up this facade of anything, and it's vulnerable, and it's powerful, and it's just good, you know. At least for me, that was my experience, that it was really good, which is something I would like to hear her perspective as well of the conversation, how she genuinely felt, because again, that's part of really connecting. So yeah, there's so much more to say with that, but I'm gonna come back to now. Um, my little sister and the two girls and the father came to the house now, or outside. They were playing outside, and then he was gonna leave. So he asked me, "Is it okay if I leave so that the oldest of the girls, who is 6, will stay with my little sister, and then I can come back to pick her up?" And I say, "Yeah, that's completely fine. I can also follow her home if she'd rather do that. Let me know when she wants to go home, and I can walk, because I know they live right here, right?" So I sense that he has his own comfort zone with what's okay and what's not. And just that small interaction for me is so good, because my perspective of I didn't do what I promised is really what, like, that aspect of myself that was that we were coming back, and that part of me not feeling good about it, feeling guilty about that. And then now him coming down and communicating in a way, it's like um, it wasn't as bad as that aspect of me thought it would be. And it's very feeling this relief as well of being able to communicate. Like, I respect and I appreciate his ability to communicate what he wants and his needs, and then learning to know my own and be able to communicate that is what I'm experiencing, and what this whole situation, and why I wanted to share this here. And part of me feels embarrassed sharing this. But this is genuinely what I'm going through, and I want to share my genuine experience with life and with really improving life. And because I feel so good about what's going on, I want to share the progress, and I want to share ways that we can connect with ourselves, and in that connection, when we are true to ourselves, create the best life, you know? This is it. Yes. So thank you for watching. If you watch this, I appreciate you. Feel free to share if you have anything you'd like to share. And I'll see you when I see you.